Okay, gonna try this again, part three of traumatic first birth because everything keeps happening to interrupt me. Yeah, like it was a grieving process for me, considering the fact that there's a lot of other stuff that went on with the birth as well. But afterwards, I ended up getting a really bad infection from the cut that the doctor had done. So I ended up back in the hospital on an antibiotic drip. And yeah, and then I ended up having to take antibiotics afterwards, which my daughter had an allergic reaction to, and I had an allergic reaction to. So it just seemed to be like one thing after another. And then from all the pushing that I did and not realizing how much I pushed, I had such bad hemorrhoids that I could not even stand. Like if I stood up, I felt the shooting pain all the way up my spine from my bottom. And then I had no idea about breastfeeding and what was happening, and I just didn't understand why she was crying all the time. And I didn't know anything about cluster feeding, and yeah. And then at the time, I said my husband and I didn't have a very good marriage or anything, and so he was very kind of about himself. And we would get up, and I would do everything to take care of the baby, and he just make sure he was sorted out. And by that time, it was all just really hard, like very, very hard and everything. And I just kind of thought to myself, how is this fair? Like, how is this fair that we, or me as a woman, as a mom, went through such an experience like this, and it wasn't even something that was massively enjoyable for me because it took me a couple days to bond with my daughter. And I just thought, like, what the hell? Like, I still had to care for somebody and this creature. And when I just had nobody or nothing that was kind of like helping me or caring for me and everything, and it was just very hard. And so after her, I kind of made this like wish that maybe something would be wrong so that I wouldn't have to make the decision not to have any more because I didn't think I could do it again. And that's where I think it came later on. I felt like it bit me in the butt with the whole situation about like when I had trouble getting pregnant and stuff, I kind of felt like I jinxed it and everything. But yeah, so that was kind of my first one. Well, not kind of my first one, that was my first one. There was a lot of other little ins and outs and everything that went on and stuff. Hang on a second. Of course, it's the dog. All right, I'm just going to stop with this one. Okay.